What's going on, Ladder family? It's Joe Yoon, author of Better Stretching and Massage Therapist, and today we are going to go over ankle mobility. Everything starts from the ground up, so we have to make sure that our ankles are moving perfectly so we can perform at the highest level. So let's run through some of my favorite ankle mobility movements. All right, let's get it started with dorsiflexion. So if you do things like squats, jumps, sprint, we have to have good flexion of the ankle to get the most out of the movement. And one of the things that could be limiting you is your calf muscle. So let's start off with a little foam rolling. To get started, just have a foam roller, place it right above the ankle bone, and just go back and forth, putting some pressure into the calf. Make sure you roll on the outside. Make sure you roll on the inside. And I like to do something called press and stretch so we can actually get some active movement in that ankle. So I'll actually put my other foot on top for a little bit more pressure and then point the foot away and then point the foot towards you into dorsiflexion. So do this for about 30 seconds to a minute, find those good spots. And now let's go into the next movement. So we ran through the foam rolling, and now let's run through some motion in the ankle, some ankle mobility. Let's do a classic half kneeling ankle mobility drill. One knee on the ground, one leg out in front. And all we're going to do is keep the heel on the ground and push our knee over the middle part of the foot, just like this. From the front, make sure the knee doesn't cave in. We want to make sure that we're going straight over the middle part of the foot, or maybe to the outside a little bit. What I like to do is grab a PVC pipe and actually put it by where my pinky toe is, and then I'll push my knee to the outside of the PVC pipe to make sure that I'm not caving into the middle. Do about 10 reps here, and then let's go into our next movement. So we ran over the dorsiflexion portion of the ankle mobility, but we also need to have plantar flexion, which is the opposite way. It's almost like you're pushing your foot away from you. So when you're doing things like jumping, we really have to make sure our ankle mobility is good in that position as well. So one stretch I like to do is very basic. You're just gonna kneel on the ground and put the top part of your foot facing the floor. And all we're just gonna do is hang out in this position. And you can see that we're in really good plantar flexion right here. And let's imagine you can't get into this position quite yet. Maybe you can only get to here. What I like to do is roll up a towel. You can use a pillow. And I like to actually put this right in between here, so it just takes some of the pressure off of the ankle joint. So as you get better, you can slowly take this out. But again, we can hang out here for about 30 seconds to a minute. Feels awesome, helps us get full range of motion. Now let's go to our last movement. All right, let's go over the last thing, and we're gonna concentrate a little bit more on the lateral movement of the ankle. So we did our dorsiflexion, which is this way, plantar flexion, which is pointing the foot away, but we need a little bit of side-to-side motion for those athletes who do lateral movements. So this is a great exercise. It's a leg swing, and you might think it's great for hip mobility, which it is, but it also works ankle mobility. So grab onto something, and we're going to swing our foot in front of us and out to the side. And if you look at my foot on the ground, you can see that it's kind of rocking side to side. So we are getting some good motion in our ankle in that lateral movement, which is going to be awesome. So we hit front to back, and now we get a little bit of that side to side ankle mobility. So hopefully you like this video and you learned something today, and you can pick something up for your mobility routine. And if you like this video, make sure you like it, comment down below, and I'll see you next time.